So I can do anything plus a winged word. So I think I'm going to Quasiduplicate. No, wait, resolve that. Quasiduplicate and return it to my hand. So Quasiduplicate. I should have played a winged word. Crap. Exclusion Mage here. Targeting the Sphinx of Foresight. The Sphinx of Foresight will come back to my hand as the owner. That did save him a turn, so good for him. Hey everybody, Sneaky Narcotic, back at it again with another YouTube video. And today I have a very simplistic deck for you. A meta type that I actually haven't really seen in a long time is Mono Blue Tempo. And I thought, you know, I came across the deck the other day, and I was like, hey, this deck actually kind of looks neat. I'm surprised I haven't seen it more often. And so I made it up a little bit as I went, just to make it, because it really is based off of this Leyline of Anticipation plus the Sphinx of Foresight. And honestly, I'm debating if I could make a fourth copy of the Leyline of Anticipation, whether I would or wouldn't put it in this deck, because having multiple Leylines of Anticipations out at the same time is just kind of useless. But at the same time, it's such a powerful card. It's honestly my favorite Leyline. So anyways, let's go through the deck. So we have Brineborn Cutthroat, which allows us to get advantage for playing cards during our opponent's turn. Callous Dismissal, which is a sorcery that is insane. It bounces a card and also amasses one. The Search for Azcanta is it's a really OP enchantment, and that's the reason why it's in this deck. Exclusion Mage, again, tempo is about bouncing at the right time, and so being able to Leyline of Anticipation, play Exclusion Mage at flash speed, it's just pretty good. Tempest Djinn just gets better the more and more you play, especially in Mono Blue, because it gets bigger and bigger in the front. Winged Words, because we are playing with at least 8 flying creatures, I figured that's good enough to put a Winged Words in there. Yeah. Quasiduplicate. Surprisingly, Quasiduplicate is a new addition for me, and I really enjoyed it. The last game I played with it, I made like 4 different Sphinxes of Foresight, and if you get to scry through your deck 4 times at the beginning of each turn, you're going to find a card worth a dang every single time. I tell you what. Sinsiter Sabotage. Sinsiter Sabotage is just one of the best counter spells ever printed. That Surveil, even though it's just Surveil 1, is very useful, so that's the reason why that's in this deck. Then, of course, we have 2 Chemister's Insights, because why not? And then River's Rebuke. River's Rebuke is just kind of helps us survive longer, but also if we are at a stalemate with our opponent, but we have enough to swing out if our opponent had no board, River's Rebuke will do it. And because of Sphinx of Foresight, it is not hard to find River's Rebuke. So let's get into some gameplay. I really enjoyed this deck and practice, so let's play with it a little bit here. Now, I would say, again, I don't know if this is a meta deck, per se, but it's at least a moderate deck. With how much you're able to just tempo out your opponents, it's pretty good, I think, you know. Even though I think we're going to mulligan. I haven't mulliganed this. Ooh, yes, that's a very good mulligan. We'll put one of the Sinsiter Sabotages away. Sphinx of Foresight allows us to scry 3 at the beginning of our first upkeep. So this is a very cool, very good starting hand right here. So, yes, submit 1. Dismiss. Alright, so we do get to pick... Ooh, we don't necessarily want a late... I mean, we do, but we don't. We definitely don't want these cards right now. We really badly want a land after this. So, let's go... Island. Excuse me. Island. This is a flashable card, so we'll play it during his turn. Just in case he has some type of control for it. Chromatic Golgari. Interesting. Interesting. Excuse me. We'll play Brineborn Cutthroat. And then we'll keep up this... I think we're going to keep up this Sinsiter Sabotage. With him being able to have the Chromatic Lantern on turn 3, I am a little worried about what he might play here. But if he plays nothing, we also have a Brineborn Cutthroat. Yeah, Doom Whisper is not the best card to see right now. So let's go ahead and Sinsiter Sabotage that. We're looking for an island on top, not a Sphinx of Foresight. I appreciate the thought anyways. That is also not an island. Well, I think we swing 3 here. Next. I don't think a Tempest Djinn is worth it. I honestly think Brineborn Cutthroat is better worth it for now. I really do enjoy this card. It's interesting that they made a Merfolk Pirate after Merfolk being its own tribe in Ixalan and Pirate being its own tribe in Ixalan was printed. So, interesting, interesting. Ooh, that's a good card. Well, let's imagine we put a Brineborn Cutthroat down. And a Tempest Djinn. So we have enough to defend ourselves here. Yes, no attack. Yes, we will. You know, actually, no. No blocks. Go ahead. I don't know what he's planning. Okay, a Golos Tires Tracker, or Pilgrim. This is a weird matchup. Golgari-esque. Is that what the Chromatic Black is for? Is the Golos Tireless Pilgrim? And then every creature you control becomes target of da-da-da. Okay. Well, we're going to Leyline of Anticipation. And I guess this doesn't have reach, so... No attacks. Sadly, no attacks. We're going to have to kind of block here for now. Well, he can play a Golos. He can play... Oh, God. Casualties of War. I mean, you might as well play all of them. Circuitous Route. Oh, God. Golos is ridiculous. Yeah, we have to concede on that. That's just ridiculous. Casualties of War being played for free is insane. Oh, man. Well, I am writing that deck down for future reference. Golos Tireless Pilgrim. Yep, expect that deck in the future. That was insane. Let's play another deck, though. I do want to mention, I haven't really seen Mono Red recently in regular play. I wonder if they're finally taking a break from Mono Red. This happened before in the Amonkhet block, towards the end of the Amonkhet cycle, when they were about to get cycled out. Amonkhet Mono Red was kind of dying off, and it was interesting because it really needed to. It killed the Amonkhet block. It really did. So, Sphinx of Foresight times 2 is pretty good. Good enough to keep. Submit. Dismiss. Let's see here. I don't really care for that. I think that's fine. Right there. And a Quasiduplicate. Very good. Very good card to see here. Ostra. Temple of Epiphany. I love these temple cards. I think they're worth it. I don't think they're rare, honestly, but I think they're worth it still, all the same. We're going to, again, play Brineborn Cutthroat at flash speed. Because it's worth it. Okay. Oh, man. I already know what we're playing. We're playing Elementals. When I see Teamer like that, I know what we're playing. It's interesting he's playing it with Evolving Wilds, though. That's a type of land filtering, if you didn't know. Evolving Wilds, been there for a good minute. So, yeah, we're gonna start keeping Sinsiter Sabotage open, just in case. Just in case. Because I have a feeling. And it's not that tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, how much one bet I have a counter for whatever you want to put out here? Okay, resolve that. Resolved. Yep, I've seen this one too before. God, this is terrible. We're playing against Elementals, if you can't tell what I'm thinking. We're playing against Elementals, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not worried about Elementals on turn 4, so I will play a Sphinx of Foresight here. What I am worried about is Elementals on turn 6, because that gives them turn 6 Chandra. And turn 6 Chandra is a pain in the butt. So, let's see here. Yeah, you have a land to put down, I know that. Okay, you put that down instead. Swing. Oshadra. Rhythm of the Wild. Very nice. Very nice. That actually makes it to where Sinsiter Sabotage does not work on his creatures. That in mind, I'm not worried about his creatures, per se. I don't really need an Arch for Azcanta. What the heck was this card called again? Yes, Search for Azcanta, not Arch for Azcanta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is where I start to worry about getting hit by Chandra number 6. So what I am going to do is start holding up that Sinsiter Sabotage. Yes, his creatures can get Riot. That's fine. Totally fine. Riddlemaster Sphinx. Very nice. That is a Sphinx. A Sphinx. I am saying it wrong on purpose. Porpoise. Okay. So I think we Callous Dismissal the Riddlemaster Sphinx. Swing in. For 2. And keep going. Yup. Go ahead, bounce a creature. Bounce my token. Yes. It's a very good creature to bounce. Verily. Land of War Elf. So now I'm starting to think it's not Elementals. A little late, but yeah, I don't think it's elementals anymore. So first off, we're going to Sphinx Of Foresight. Then we're not going to do a thing. But I mean, when you see Teamer, that's what you think. You think elementals. Grand War Lord Rada. I think what we're going to try to do is get enough damage up that we can hit him in one turn. This is almost enough damage up that we can hit him in one turn. Yeah, no blocks. Come on, land off the top, land. Okay. So now what we do is we Quasiduplicate in Callous Dismissal. So Callous Dismissal, the Rekindling Phoenix. And then Quasiduplicate the Sphinx of Foresight. And now we're going to go for a River's Rebuke on next turn. So no attacks. It all comes down to this. If he can do what he needs to do here, then good. End-Raise Forerunner. That's a good card. Well, that is really good. So, this is an 8/8 with Trample. That has Flying. This has Trample? This has Trample. They all have Trample. That's great. Well, I think we might have lost this one. So block. Hopefully a land off the top here. Hopefully. This is another janky deck to see. So that's Trample. Yeah, that's a good deck. Oh, wow. Weird to see. You know, if I ever find a Leyline of Anticipation, I'll actually do good. Setsuna. Okay, mulligan. There we go. That's good. Not really, but we'll keep it. Keep 6. A Leyline of Anticipation, so we don't really lose a card there. Is that... Submit. Liliana. Nice. Alright, Island for the turn. Does that count? Does that count as a victory? He was like, Leyline of Anticipation? Oh no! Oh, man. Okay, well, claim it. We claim it as a win. Okay, Leyline of Anticipation, search for Azcanta, Quasiduplicate. Very good cards to start off with here, so yes, I will keep. He mulligans. Come on. Come on. Keep it. Keep it, one pun man. Alright, submit. Island. And pass. Alright, Island again, and pass. Hold up the idea of a negate or an essence scatter here. When really, we just want to search for Azcanta. So there we go. Search for Azcanta. Untap. Library. And pass turn. Well, we're going to do a Winged Words here. Alright, Winged Words. I wonder if he's playing an Abundance deck. Kind of feels like he's playing an Abundance deck. Just didn't get the Abundance off. Library. Yes. So, now we pass the turn. What are you doing here? Gaia's Blessing. Sure, resolve that. That was basically a draw a card spell? Cool. Okay, so he adapts. I Sphinx of Foresight. And we untap. We library. We keep on top. And then we Exclusion Mage. Effectively letting him have nothing here. Aww. And the best part is we have Quasiduplicate, so even if he brings it back and adapts it, he's going to waste a turn. So, yeah, feeling good about this hand. As you can see, Leyline of Anticipation giving us the win, per usual. A Sphinx of Foresight by himself is a turn 5 clock. Not a turn 5 clock, I mean a 5 turn clock from when he comes out. So, even though it's kind of slow, we can beat him down with just a Sphinx of Foresight. So done. Land. Next. And swing for. Next. In turn. So I can do anything plus a Winged Word. So I think I'm going to Quasiduplicate. No, wait, resolve that. Quasiduplicate and return it to my hand. So Quasiduplicate. I should have played a Winged Word. Crap. Exclusion Mage here. Targeting the Sphinx of Foresight. The Sphinx of Foresight will come back to my hand as the owner. That did save him a turn, so good for him. He gets a turn. Library. We don't need to play anything here. So next, no attacks, because it's not like the Exclusion Mage just will get past the 1/3 army over there. It looks like he has like a mind control deck. I base that off of Embolus's Clutches plus the whole Mana Dork idea here. Past attacks. I'm sure he attacks with nothing. Pass to main phase 2. And before my turn, we will Sphinx of Foresight. Yes. Yes. Alrighty. Search for Azcanta. We still want lands, so yeah, that's totally fine. Keep it on top. Yep. Land. Swing with your Sphinx of Foresight. Oh, just handing him the slow beats right now. The slow beats. Resolve. Next. I'm going to let him get to his attack phase and then probably Callous Dismissal over a Quasiduplicate. I think we'll Winged Words once, just in case we might find a... well, we found a River's Rebuke, so that's good enough. Then we'll Quasiduplicate again, getting rid of the... I guess the Callous Dismissal. Maybe? Yeah, the Callous Dismissal. Submit one. So even on board, we have the kill. Granted, the River's Rebuke. So, yeah. Sometimes being able to fly over green works. It just works. Claim prize. We're going to play one more game, guys. I think that particular match kind of showed off what I'm wanting to show in this deck. Just how insane it is to play spells on your opponent's turn. And I mean, we know this from like countless years of counter magic and control magic and all of that. But nowadays, you don't even see counter magic for real. You see it from time to time, like, you'll see a Sinsiter Sabotage, like I have here. You'll see, from time to time, an Absorb. But you won't see it very often, and that is, it's weird, ain't it? So, we are going to keep it. It has a Leyline of Anticipation. Why would we not keep it? I'm sure we'll draw into something beautiful like a Search for Azcanta. Pass turn. Just the circus of value. Alright, a Dreadhorde Invasion. Well, Search for Azcanta. Library. Why not? Land for turn. Pass turn. Resolve that. Feels like we might get River's Rebuke out at the right time. Pass turn. Pass turn. Pass turn. Search for Azcanta. What can you find me? I don't need a land. Out of that, I do not think I need a land. So, pass turn. Resolve that. He doesn't have the mana for Sinsiter Sabotage. What is the red card I can't think of right now? The red and blue card. Sure. We're going to Exclusion Mage because we can. Do you have a... God, I can't think of the card. I hope he shows it to me just so I can think of the card. Okay, that's actually pretty good. No blocks. Library. So we are going to Quasiduplicate my Exclusion Mage, which will bounce your token, allowing me to hit you for 2 in the face. I know, right? Super nice. Super nice. And now I can play Quasiduplicate at instant speed. Isn't it grand? Isn't it grand? A Grim Initiate. Nice. And Vizier of the Scorpion. Well, search for Azcanta. Find me Winged Words. What does our graveyard even look like right now? 2. View browser library that I'm sure this will find us a land or something. Oh, look, it didn't. No attacks. I'm really not worried because of my River's Rebuke. I'm not that worried. So mass. I will double block here. And then I'm going to River's Rebuke. Probably the next turn. Graveyard. That is 5. Chemister's Insight. Really? No lands. Not a single land right now. Well, he has lifelink, doesn't he? Yep. That sucks. Library. There we go. Pass the turn on over to you. Resolve that. Now, if he was a smart opponent, he'd skip straight to his attack phase to see what's going on. Because he actually has lethal on board, but I have a feeling he's going to overdo himself here. No? Okay, so past attack. Let him attack. Oh my god. If he has Lasertet plating, he wins. I just thought about that. Thankfully, he didn't. Ooh, thankfully. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he doesn't actually have to discard any cards. That's not bad. But this does give us an opportunity to get back in the game here with Sphinx of Foresight and all sorts of things. So, search for Azcanta. If we do that, we can... Yes. Library. Transform. And this allows us to Sphinx of Foresight. Plus a Quasiduplicate. So... Okay. Okay. Well. Nice. Like, you think you won, though. Pass turn. Let's start anticipating here. Resolve that. Resolve that. Let's see here. So now we River's Rebuke. And pass it back over to me. Oh, excuse me. Brineborn Cutthroat. And then pass it back over to me. Oh, okay. He's going to kill my Brineborn Cutthroat. Nope. Dreadhorde Invasion. Cool. Alright. Well, we will Sphinx of Foresight. And then swing for 2 at you. And yes, next turn. In turn. Now that we have some Sinsiter Sabotages, we might want to use them. Okay, so yes, your creature will now have flying in a mass 1. Good for you. Are you going to play your Ingrath again? Nope, he's going to play Widespread Brutality. Well, that is a Sinsiter Sabotage for you, sir. Yes, an Exclusion Mage off the top. Yes, I know. Very nice, right? Done. Draw that card. Alright. Next. Swing for 1 attack. Next. In turn. Resolve that. So if he tries to play an Angrith, I'll Sinister Sabotage him again. Instead, he plays that. Well, I will have to Sinister Sabotage that. Let's see what we get off the top here. An island, not necessarily what we want to see right now. Okay, so he Angriths, resolves. Pass 2 attacks. Exclusion Mage. The zombie army will be down to 1. And he amasses 2. Okay, scry 1. That is not a good scry. That is a great scry. In fact, can we do one more thing here? Yes. I do not want a Leyline of Anticipation, but sure. We'll get a Leyline. Next. We're going to swing 4 at Angrith to make it to where he does not get Menace. And there we go. In turn. Something else we can do is Quasiduplicate, but I think we're going to Quasiduplicate the Tempest Djinn once he survives here. At least I imagine he survives here. So just cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, amass 1. Okay. Pass. Okay, well, we are going to Tempest Djinn. And there we go. Alright, yes, that is a very good card. Good game, yes. Good game. That is enough damage on board. So we will swing out and win the game. Yes, alright. A little panicky there at the end with 1 life remaining, but we pulled it off. The power of scrying, the power of tempo, the power of mono blue. So, thank you guys for watching. Because y'all made it this far, I do want to go ahead and open up this pack I won through my XP. It is, a rare wild card. Very nice, very nice. But thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do all that usual YouTube stuff. And this is Sneaky Narcotic, signing off.